and we're in the DC metro area. Over the last 3 months, we've been fighting against the nomination and unfortunately the selection of Brett Kavanaugh as Supreme Court Justice. It's horrible that he was put into office. But let me tell you about the few things that, not the few things, the many things that brought people together in a way that I haven't seen in a long time. People felt a lot of pain together. Women who were affected by sexual assaults came forward and told their stories for the first time. Communities that were silent began to use their voice to voice how they feel and what they've gone through. And solutions were also put forth. We pushed for there not to be him as the nominee. That we were able to educate elected officials so that some of them changed the way they were going to vote or decided to just hold back their vote. So, and Murkowski did not vote at all. Susan Collins did vote the wrong way, but there'll be a force to be reckoned with because folks in Maine and across the country are working to make sure that when she runs for office again, it is remembered. She is remembered for what she did that was painful and bad for women across America. She should never have said yes to Kavanaugh. And then we have Flake. I remember when Anna Maria and the other young lady stopped him in the elevator and posed questions to him about why is he not paying attention to the plight and the stories of women who were directly impacted by the sexual assault. And he called for there to be an FBI investigation. If we didn't have the FBI investigation, the process would have went forward without more information. Unfortunately, that investigation wasn't as thorough as it should have been because the president made sure that he kept the focus of the investigation narrow. Some voices were silenced. But although he was put into office, I would say over those 3 months, there were people who didn't know each other who came together and now are friends. There are people who are part of organizations that may have just been individuals before, but they're a part of a larger collective voice. You have national organizations like the Center for Popular Democracy. Everybody in the room say, hey! Like the Center for Popular Democracy, who brought people together from across the country. And then you also have the Women's March, who brought women together, and there was a lot of activity and resistance to what was happening. So we can clearly say that no one took it as business as usual, and there was an upset in the process. But most importantly, people who were silenced began to voice, they began to talk, they began to share their stories, and because of that, women and other men and others who were impacted were able to create a community together. And my hope is that that community heals and that we stand together so that we can make more of an impact when we think about elections, when we think about community issues, when we think about what we need to make a change in this country. Well, right now I'm in Scotland, so when I say country, I mean the United States. Thank you.